Steve, that's 2 games now of pre-season, 2 victories. We know it's not all about the results, is it? But obviously, it's good, and it's good to see the minutes in those legs again.
Well, we don't want to lose, that's for sure. But then if we do, it's not a disaster. Winning's not a bad habit. I thought some of our play was really good. I thought some of it wasn't. If I'm being honest, I thought there was some bits that were really high. Just hit the boys. Some bits that were really high tactically, and then we fell short a little bit technically, which isn't quite like the lads, because they're a good set of footballers. So I felt that we got into some really good areas, and when we got it to our sort of front players, first half especially, we turned it over a bit too much, because we want to play our football in the opponent's half. And then, because there was turnovers, I thought the game was too open for our liking. But it's all a great challenge. It's all how we're going to learn about the players. I wouldn't say it's disjointed, but obviously, you're changing the team at half time. You're putting young boys. We're missing some players in certain positions, so it's never going to be completely fluid. But the boys are really taking on the ideas, and at the moment, that's all you want, really.
Yeah, well, just analyse going back to that first half, Steve. You're on about when the ball was coming into the front men or into the midfielders and not holding up.
Definitely.
And then they were hitting you on the counter down both sides, in fairness.
No, I agree with you, and I think it's a good reference point, because in the Premier League, that's all we're talking about is getting ready for the Premier League, and everything. I've said on numerous occasions, I personally think, and I see what you two guys think as well, it's the biggest step up from Championship to the Premier League, probably in world football domestically, and them sort of things you will get punished on. So it's okay to do it tonight. It's not, we'd rather not do, but it's okay, because it's how we learn and it's how we get better. But it's good, because we know why it wasn't quite right, because we've got our way of playing, and if you have a way of playing, you know when it falls short a little bit. But in saying that, there's some really good bits as well, and if we'd just done the final bit a little bit better in and around the box, then we could have been a little bit more productive. But I quite like it that we get back on the bus, sort of motivated to improve a little bit, because that's what we want,
No, absolutely, and also with Casey McAteer making those inside, almost becoming like a second number 10, supporting Patson Daka. How do you think that went?
Definitely, I think he's done well, Casey, to be fair, and he's obviously got some really good attributes. Still a young player in terms of games, etc. I just felt a couple of times, I said to him, we're working the way we're working our build-up to get him the ball where he can play forward, and what's good about him is he can run with the ball as well. So just felt he could have done that 1 or 2 more occasions, because he's dangerous when he does it. But and that's probably a good example, good tactical play, picking the ball up in the right areas, then make a good decision with it. But he scored a great goal, by the way, Casey. It was a fantastic run, good ball from JJ, and good composure, because you can get hit with a keeper with them ones. So. No, he's done some good things, Casey, to be fair, but he's a good example of doing really well, but this is how we get better as well.
Those runs, that position for McAteer is almost tailor-made for him, isn't it?
Exactly,
you feel for certainly running forward with or without the ball. Another player who perhaps we didn't envisage that position being tailor-made for him today, because we were looking at the lineup, we're thinking Fatawu, Mavadidi, McAteer. How's the manager going to fit everyone in there? And then we saw how Mavadidi playing in sort of that attacking midfield role, if you like, as well.
Well, I think we need some players in to add to the squad. We know that.
Is that a possible role for him going along?
It could be, and I wanted to get so many players on the pitch tonight, particularly in an attacking sense.
And he was decent in there, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he did, to be fair. He's a talent, Steph, isn't he? And I know him from my work with England as well, so it's nice to sort of pick that up again with him. But it's something that we could look at, and we wanted to see Abdul off the left a little bit as well, because I think we can have variety, down both sides of the pitch. Yeah. So we were just trying 1 or 2 things, but it's also a little bit of getting certain minutes for certain players, knowing that we've got to bring players in certain positions that will fill gaps that's clearly missing at the moment, and just trying to put a little jigsaw together, really, with what we got at the moment.
Yeah. Just finally, Stephen, just wary of keeping you too long in this cold Shropshire evening. Villarreal to Shrewsbury to Palermo, of course, on Friday. Are you looking forward to that one? Will that be a different test again, do you think?
Yeah. I think we're really focusing on ourselves, and it's not a bad thing to go into games not quite sure what the opponent's going to do and where they're at physically and what sort of teams they put out and tactics and that sort of thing, because the guys will know football's about decision making, and players have got to work things like that out for themselves. So, but we want to play good opponents. We want to get enough strong games before the Premier League. We don't want to play that first game against Spurs and it really sort of hit us. We want to sort of be as close as we can and playing all of these different opponents, which will hopefully help us with that process of getting there.